Hey everybody, Josh down here at Advantage 1 today, and despite the total length of this thing, because like when you read it on paper, you're like, ooh, that's fairly long, it's only 5,580 pounds. It's less than 5,600 pounds with a big, giant, like full super slide with U-dinette and hide-a-bed, plus chairs in the back, and windows all over the place, a true queen bed, heated belly, like just a lot of really good qualities going on in this, and it's crazy lightweight. Between the lighter weight and the wide stance axles, this is something that could theoretically be a pretty solid pairing for a half-ton tower, but it's got enough size. I could also just see somebody get in there and parking it there and not worrying about towing it. So it's got some really good portable park function, which is a hard thing to try to pair together. We've got central air through the roof, central heat through the floor, which is this has a very solid sort of extended seasonality to it. And this is what I was talking about, like a true super slide room. I don't know, I guess there's no specific definition of it, but what we're looking at here is the longer, like 7-foot true U-dinette, along with a full tri-fold sleeper sofa. So you have to have a bigger, longer slide to do that. U-dinette is bigger than a 2-bench dinette, and a hide-a-bed is bigger than a jackknife sofa. So they had to have some serious room available to do that. Now in the back here, we got that set of rocking swivel barrel chairs, and they're just surrounded by windows. That's also another really cool thing about this one. When you first look at it, it doesn't feel like it's covered in door-side windows, but when you're at the primary seating positions of the living room, you actually see, you know, quite a bit of the campsite of your RV, not to mention all the obvious windows over here on the, on the face of the slide looking over toward the neighbors, or depending on where you're camping, maybe not the neighbors, I'm not sure. TV is straight across from the recliners, although it wouldn't be too awful hard to angle that a little bit for some kind of sofa viewing, a little bit of a conversation corner back there. Storage below the dinette, and this was made when Passport had finally started adopting doors on the end of the dinette, so you don't have to tear the whole thing apart. Hang on. Is that a soft spot? So, I'm wearing running shoes, which are very padded. There's that thing right there. But I thought I felt something move under my feet. Ah, yes. Okay, right here by the door. Yep, I know exactly what this is.
So, apologies, I kind of caught this in real time, but I'm glad I caught it. I would rather we know about it now versus after you make a long trip all the way here and then you find something like that. What I'm getting at, there's no leaks in the floor or anything like that. This is a laminated floor, and right there at the entry door area, right where everybody's walking, where there's a lot of foot traffic, it has broken down the block foam inside the laminated sandwich. Actually, that's a good analogy, a sandwich. Let's think of an ice cream sandwich, where except instead of ice cream, you have block foam, and instead of the the cookie top and bottoms of the ice cream sandwich, you have Luan. That's basically how this floor is constructed here. It's all glued together. So the ice cream layer has squished down a little bit, the block foam layer. It could be like this forever. It could never cause a problem in the RV, and it's only about a 6-inch spot. But it's there, and you deserve to know about it. And if I see something, I'll say something. That's just how I am, and that's how we do business here.
So, my 2 cents on that is someone who's looked at a lot of RVs over a lot of years. It's nothing I'm personally too worked up over, but that's my impression. It's not my money that's being spent. It's your money that's potentially being spent. And I think it's my job to make sure that you're in a good position where you can make the the proper decisions there to make sure that you're getting the RV that has the equipment and the peace of mind that you need to feel comfortable. Wildwood does something like this today too. They call it Active Susie instead of Lazy Susan. The drawers inside a door there. It seems a little funky at first, and it took me a while to figure out, but I actually eventually understood why Passport did this. When you don't have a drawer front that sticks out past the drawer box, you can actually shove 2 drawers a little bit more closely together, and in the push-pull, actually net people with more storage space. I wish I would have understood that years ago when I was first covering Passport RVs, but hey, neither here nor there. Moving forward a little bit, there's again an interesting two-door flow and function about this one. That second door right there, I think, is actually here for fire code reasons, because someone's going to be like, why is that there? That's kind of dumb. And a little hard to see in here, so pardon me just a minute. Let me turn the light on. Light on. There we go. Hit the button, dummy. Whoo! Look at that. Night and day difference. Like, well, I mean, no pun intended. That's kind of the point between light versus no light, right? Now, you see there was a hanging rod up there, but there's shelves. Those shelves are removable, whereas these are not. But what's kind of cool here, this can act like, I mean, just some general overflow space, or a great like chunk of space right there for beach towels and whatnot. Whereas this is going to be like a little coat closet all the time. And speaking of, right across the hallway there, were we speaking of that? I don't know. It made sense at the time, and then when it came out of my mouth, I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. That's very weird. This shower, by the way, well, the RV is 6.5 feet tall. So what that means for somebody like me who's 6'3"?
Well, it means your head's gonna be in the bubble. Otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble. What are you looking at?
All right, backing up for one last shot here in the bedroom. It does have a sliding privacy door, and that is a true queen bed. It's not a shorty. Now, apologies. I've had too many trailers come in too quickly, and my battery box supplies are just completely exhausted. So I don't have any lights on in here. A little bit of light coming off the camera, but I think we got enough. We can get the job figured out here. A little bit of dust flying past the screen that you're that, or there's a little ghost inspector joining us. TV here in the bedroom, folks mounted up, and they have it nicely angled down toward the bed, which is actually kind of cool. Full-length hanging closets means no sharp corners to jab you. And again, with that being a true queen-size bed, you don't have, like, if you want to swap that mattress out, which I would do personally on any used RV, it's easy to find a mattress. It's easy to find sheets that fit. You can find better types of mattresses. Like, it's a good option, I think, all the way around. Now, something I noticed on this one is how the exterior looked really good, like no sun fading or sun kissing or anything like that. Now, a lot of times people will clean and condition their RVs, so that, you know, is normal. But a lot of times I'll see propane covers that are like all whitewashed and sun bleached out, and obviously that's not the case here. Well, I started kind of asking myself why. And when I popped open these magnet hold-back baggage doors right there, and this has a large pass-through on it, I found the answer. And I found a lot of other really cool things along the way, too. Like there's a handy little gas grill right there, along with, in case you're wondering, that is actually a holder for a propane bottle, so you could set that wherever you wanted. You don't necessarily have to have it just hooked up to the camper. But what I was getting at, I looked over there inside that aluminum frame pass-through and went, aha. That right there is a full RV cover. And then I saw those additional, like, bottle jacks. And I highly suspect. Remember how I said this is kind of like a portable, park-friendly camper? It's big enough if you just want to leave it there. I think that's exactly what the previous owners did. This thing is light enough. Like I said, you could tow it easily. The wide stance axles will help compensate for the length of the RV to a great deal. I actually would still call this, I think, reasonably half-ton towable as a result of those factors. Although, understand, anytime somebody makes a phrase like half-ton towable, SUV towable, whatever, it means assuming you still have the proper, capabilities on that vehicle. There's no just blanket, you could tow this with every single half-ton out there or something like that. Like, that's just a recipe for disaster. Oh, hello. I just noticed something. I don't know how I didn't notice this before. Something happened to that door handle right there. But at the same time, I mean, it still works. So, of course, I can't lift it back up and put it back in place because my left arm doesn't work properly half the time. But anyway, now you may have noticed the rear bumper is gas grill ready. There is, as I like to refer to this, a propanus, where the gas comes out the backside over here. But it does, again, look like the folks did their own kind of grill in separately. And the underbelly of this, by the way, it is enclosed, it is forced air heated, and this has a 30,000 BTU furnace. I've been in Passports in January with the snowflakes flying, and I've always been impressed with how well they've maintained cabin heat. What I can't guarantee you here is that this RV is going to be what people call 4 seasons. And the biggest reason I can't guarantee you that is because Passport never had themselves checked for, 0-degree indefinite function. But if you're going to have the RV winterized, you can keep your cabin warm in this thing pretty easily. You're going to be chugging the furnace, you're going to be burning propane, but it can get the job done. So what do you think? Could you see yourself in that one? If not, let me know more what you're looking for. Try to help see what else we have in stock. I could leave you some links to some things like that. I will leave you a link, by the way, to check pricing and availability at any time. You don't necessarily have to always call our folks to get that information. We do try to put that out there for you. And any other questions you have, you let our team know. We'd be happy to take care of you. We're family owned and operated. We'd love the chance to work with you when you're ready. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.